was very short. Okay, let's try. What do we think? We want some easy jazz or we want some, let's go with some rock and roll. Let's go with this. Bit of dance party this morning. I know I'm a few minutes late. We had a little bit of streaming snafu, and I had to start over. It timed out. Like, anyway, it happens. This is what happens, right? All right. So this is not what you're here for, because if you signed up for this live and you're like, wait a minute, I thought we were talking about the 3 things I need to focus on to grow my business, you're in the right place. We've moved that to next week. This week, we're going to talk about pressing news, the latest and greatest around what the heck is Facebook doing, deleting my live videos. Like, what? And there is so much news around this right now. This is always those moments where I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like, people are freaking out. And it doesn't help that some people are taking advantage of this and like pushing that fear button a little bit. And just creating more drama than there needs to be. This is really not as bad as what is being made out to be. So what you're going to get today is to really learn and understand what the heck is really going on from the source, not that I'm the source, but from Facebook, without the bias. I always like to tell you guys to, don't take everything you see online as the truth. You've got to figure out what's really going on, what's driving it. And so I want to try and help you get there on this particular topic, okay? But I want to say this, because I get that this can create a little bit of, oh my gosh, and I will tell you, yesterday I had a little bit of that. When I first saw this, I was like, what? Like, I wanted to be sick. I threw up a little in my mouth. And then I had to like reframe the story in my head, because here's the deal. You cannot control what Facebook does. You only can control your reaction to this news, right? And I've talked about this before. Your beliefs drive your actions, which drive your results. So if you get caught up in that negative panic yuckiness, this is what gets you into where you don't want to be with your business. You can choose what you're going to tell yourself. We're going to talk about that here in a little bit, okay? So, for those of you that are new to me and my videos and what's going on here, my name is Jamie Hain. I'm a video and growth coach, and I help coaches, specifically women coaches and service-based entrepreneurs, stop doing all the things. Stop chasing all of the different things that you can be doing and consistently get to those 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and up months by following a simple sales process. Okay. That's what I'm all about. So Facebook is my jam. That's where I hang out. It is my number one platform. And so I try to stay up to date on everything going on Facebook. And that's what we're going to talk about here today. Okay. So what the heck is happening? What is Facebook doing? And more importantly, why? Why is it happening? Okay. So what has come out is that Facebook is going to begin deleting live videos after 30 days. Now, let's talk about why, and then I'll get into the specifics, okay? Why is this happening? First of all, what you have to realize is, for the most part, live videos, they're gone and done and over. It might last. I mean, if you're lucky, it lasts 2 weeks, and that's pushing it. So the fact that they're giving us 30 days is plenty of time for a live video, okay? Now, the other thing that you have to recognize here is that you are not paying for Facebook. So they have to have servers to store and hold all of those videos. Imagine how many videos are out there. It's too much. So Facebook is basically looking at their storage capacity and saying, we got a problem. We got to do something different. And so here's where we're starting. Does that mean it's going to end there? Nobody knows, right? It could go further than that. And so this is an opportunity for you to sort of future-proof your business. We're going to get into the details, so don't worry. But that's a little bit of why, okay? That's the story behind the story, okay? Now, what is actually going on? Okay, we're talking about live videos, and we are talking about it in pages and profiles. Now, at this time, it doesn't say anything about groups. But we're going to talk about groups here in a minute because I like to believe that I can kind of see around corners and predict what's maybe going to happen. I would not be surprised if it starts to go to groups. So you might as well get prepared now. But right now, it is only pages and profiles, okay? So what's going to happen is any live video that you do on your page or your profile is going to automatically be deleted after 30 days, okay? So you have plenty of times to do something with it, okay? And this is all starting today. February 19th, right? Now, what happens to all the videos that you have prior to today? Those are all going to get deleted as well. But there's a little bit more nuance in here, okay? First of all, you are going to get a notification from Facebook. So if you are not somebody who watches your notifications, this may be a time where you want to start paying attention there, okay? You're going to get a notification in Facebook. Hopefully you know what I'm talking about there. This is in your Facebook app where you get notifications, the little bell. Okay, you're going to want to watch for one from Facebook because that's when the timer starts. And it's because they're rolling this out in waves, okay? You will have 90 days from the point when you get that notification to take action. You either are going to download or transfer those videos somewhere else. We'll talk about that in a second, okay? 90 days from when you get this notification. But here's what I'm going to say. Don't wait. Why are you waiting for the notification? Start now. Start downloading now. Okay. You can ask for an extension and they will grant you an extension up to 6 months. I'm going to show you where that's at. It all starts in the notification. Okay. So let's go through and talk about how do you do this and what are you supposed to do with all your videos? And then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about some higher level, what do you do things. Everybody with me? Before I go into this, are there any questions we need to answer about what's happening or why? I'm going to check phone. Hold on here. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys are super active today. Oh my goodness. Love seeing all of this. Hello, hello, hello. Good seeing you all. You guys are making me laugh. I love it. Yeah, there's Sophia says, I can't wait to hear your take on it because a lot of people are talking about it. There are a lot of people talking about it. And like I said earlier, unfortunately, they're pushing on that fear button and it's creating panic and there's nothing to panic about, okay? I got y'all here. Okay, let me see if I got any questions here. I'm not freaking out. Good, you shouldn't be freaking out. That's good. Okay. Stacey says it's a huge cost on Facebook side. It is a huge cost, right? Yes, I get. From a business perspective, I get why they're making this change. Jackie says, I'm excited to know that some of my videos will be gone and lost forever. Yes, this is a perfect opportunity to purge. Purge. Okay. Okay, I don't see any questions, so we're going to keep going. Uh-oh, did I error out? Hold on here. Nope, it's still going. Okay. Hold on here. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, we're good. Okay, so what the heck are we going to do here? How does this work? Okay, so that notification starts everything. When you get that notification, inside of that notification, and Facebook has screenshots of how this is going to work. I will say this, I have to give Facebook props. They have really done a great job of giving you step-by-step instructions of what to do, okay? So let's do a quick little screenshot. You can look over my shoulder here. You have a link to this. If not, if you don't have it, do me a favor and in the comments, just type link and I will send you a link to this so that you have it and you can pull it up in your space, okay? So basically, this is the post from Facebook saying, we're making changes here. And what they're basically saying is similar to what I said, and they're giving you a couple of links here. Okay, there's a link to get the download options and instructions. There's a link to look at the detail behind this. Okay, so let's look at the detail behind this. I'm not going to go through all of this. You can read all of this, but here's what's really cool. They're going to give you step-by-step instructions for how to do it, how to download an individual video. Now, I have a video inside my Facebook group that walks you through it if you'd rather learn from me, but this is step-by-step. They did a nice job with this, okay? Then you're going to see some other options. One option is to bulk download all of your videos, and it walks you through step-by-step how to do that. There's also a transfer videos. So for example, if you want to transfer them all to Dropbox or Google Drive, there's instructions for you to be able to do that. So it takes you step by step. You're not going to miss anything, okay? And then the last piece here is transfer it to Reels. We're going to talk about that here in a second. It's not as easy as this is making it out to be, and you'll see why here in a second, okay? So the good news is you've got what you need to do. Step-by-step instructions. You don't have to wait for the notification to see how all of those things work. It's in their post. Type link in the comments. I'll get you the link to the post, and then you'll have everything you need, okay? So what are you going to do? First things first is you don't need all of your videos. I mean, really? Do you need all of them? Every single video you've ever done? Like Jackie says, some of them are probably bad. Let them go. Let those suckers go. So you can pinpoint and say, are there specific videos that like I refer people to all of the time, like a welcome video or an origin video, or maybe it's a video where you teach somebody how to do something specific that you regularly send people to. Those are going to be the ones you're going to want to make sure that you go and download, okay? I will tell you, downloading a specific video is not difficult, but what you have to realize is you have to click on the video and make it full screen, and then the three little dots let you download. And that's the step that most people miss, is they're trying to hit the three little dots when the video is still in their feed and it's not there. They don't have the option to actually download. Click on the video, make it full screen, then click on the three dots and you'll have it, okay? So that's one option. You can go through and pick the ones you want. Option two, like you saw in the instructions, is to bulk download or transfer. And you've got all sorts of options, right? You can put them on a Google Drive. You can put them on Dropbox. You can put them on your hard drive of your computer. You can get an external hard drive and store them on. Now, we're going to talk a little bit because I know what some of you are already thinking. Well, that's going to cost money. Yep, it is. And we'll come back to that, okay? The other thing that it talked about was that you can clip to Reels. If you've ever gone live on your phone, and at the very end, it gives you a little button that says clip to Reels, and you click on it. It's AI driven, and it clips that video into Reels. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it does not work. So I am a big believer that if you're going to do Reels, do the editing yourself to clip that. Or, sorry, Facebook, sorry for even saying this, there are other apps and tools that I just feel do a better job than Facebook's at this time. Okay, there's lots of them out there to do that. And the reason that they're pushing to Reels is because they're not deleting Reels. They're deleting the longer format videos. Why? Because they're bigger and they take up more space. Follow me? Okay. Now, one other thing that you have as an option, and Facebook isn't necessarily talking about this, but you can start streaming your videos. So I live stream, I use Ecamm, but you can use Restream, StreamYard, there's several others out there. And what that allows you to do is I go live one time and it streams into multiple places. So right now I'm in my Facebook group and I'm on YouTube. I was trying to get it onto my personal profile, but that's what aired out that first time. So it saves me time. I can be in multiple places and I have an automatic download of the video. It's just right here in my hard drive afterwards. So I don't have to think about, I got to remember to go back and make sure that I grab that video. Very, very convenient. Okay. Any questions about this part before we start talking about this is going to cost me money? Let me just check and see if you got any questions. Okay. I see all of you saying link. I'll get it to you after this call. Okay. Sophia says, most of mine are streamed to YouTube. You're good, but we're going to talk about this, Sophia, and everybody else, right? It doesn't mean it's safe. It doesn't mean that YouTube won't adopt the same thing. Think about that. Okay. Okay, I don't see any questions. Reels, other what? I'm not sure what you're asking, Christine. I probably said something that I lost you on. So, Reels, other what? There's other software that you can pay for that allow you to take a longer video and chop it up into reels other than the Facebook one. I just find, I don't know if anybody else is experienced this, but when I click that button and have Facebook do it, it like cuts me off mid-sentence. It's pulling out content that I'm like, that's not even what I would want in a reel. So it's just not as, let's just say it's not as intelligent as I might hope that it would be, but it's gonna get better and better. There are other apps out there that you can use. Descript is one. I'm dropping a blank on the other one. There's another one that's really good. If anybody who's watching, you know what they are, drop it in the comments and share that. I'll think of it and then I'll post on it. Okay, so let's talk about this. This is going to cost me money, right? I might not have a computer. I might only have my phone. Where am I going to put all my videos? I'm going to have to pay for storage on Google Drive or on Dropbox or on Vimeo or wherever else I'm going to store my videos, and that costs me money, right? I might have to pay for streaming so that I can automate some of this, or pay for software that allows me to clip my videos into reels, and that's money, 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 right? So what I want you to think about is this. If you were consistently making 5K, 6K, 7K, 8K, 9K, 10K, 20K, however much money, are you going to worry about paying for that at that point? No. And so you can choose to, this gets back to the whole beliefs, the beliefs drive our actions, drive our results. You can choose to believe that, oh my gosh, more money. He just wants more money, money, money everywhere. And you get into this negative yuck habit, right? And then that's what's going to happen, is you're going to stay stuck there. One of my favorite quotes of all time is Henry Ford. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right, because your beliefs drive your actions, which drive your results. So this is a moment where you can choose to say, I'm going to shift the story that I'm talking about in my head. And instead of saying, oh my gosh, how could Facebook do this to me? This is so awful and horrible, and I'm so mad and I'm so frustrated, and I don't have the money for this. Instead, take that energy and say, I'm going to figure out how to grow my business. I'm going to figure out how to grow my business so that I'm making $10,000 a month, so that I do not have to worry about paying $100 for this. That's where you want to be. That's where I want you to get to, okay? So let's talk just a second about this. Do you see how you choose what you want to believe and how that impacts the actions? Okay, so if I'm sitting here and I'm saying I'm going to choose to believe that Facebook is the enemy and they're ruining me and they're out to get me, what actions are you going to take as a result of that belief? You're probably not going to do anything, because you're going to be stuck in this mode, and that's going to get you nowhere. But you have a choice, and you can switch your mindset, and you're going to say, no, I'm going to choose to believe that I'm in control of my own business. I set this plan. I get to decide what I'm going to do and what I'm going to go after. And you know what? I should have my videos anyway. They're my intellectual property. I should have them. They should be under my control. I'm not paying for Facebook anyway. There are costs of doing business. There are. And this just comes with it. I'm only going to worry about not having the money to pay for the storage I need if I'm not making the money I want in my business. So I'm going to choose instead to say, I'm going to focus on making the money I want in my business. And your whole trajectory will completely change. Make sense? Okay. If you are stuck with this and you're not quite sure how to get the revenue you want in your business, I'm going to open up some revenue roadmap calls. So it's a new name for my calls. Some of you may have booked them when they were called the Unstoppable calls, right? But this is where we're going to look at your revenue roadmap, and I'm going to help you map out your path to get where you want to go. What is your simple sales process for you and your business, and how do you get there? So if that's something you're interested in, they're free call. It's 30 minutes. Just type revenue roadmap call in the comments, and I'll get you the link. Okay. Now, before you start to go, and that's going to cost me how much, Jamie? It doesn't have, the call's free, and you can start to work with me and learn my models and my systems for as little as $47 a month. That's in my membership. So it does not have to be big money. for those of you that don't have big money. But if you want to go faster, I got all sorts of options, and we can talk about that if you want. Okay? Okay. Now, let's get back to what's about groups? What about pre-recorded calls? What about my program that's in my group and all of my recordings and my pre-work and all of that's in there? What about all of that? At this point, that's not impacted. But you never know. There's no guarantee. That doesn't mean that in a month from now or 6 months from now or a year from now, Facebook's going to say, we got to go into groups too. It's just too much content. So we've got to make a change. You never know. So why not get out ahead of it now? One of the things that I always like to, I kind of pride myself on is that I have this gift to be able to peek around the corner. I didn't really know what it was at first. It's intuition is what it is. But when I was younger, it was just who I was, right? So what you've got to do is start to peek around the corner and say, how do I get ahead of a change that might be coming? What might I do different in my business so that I'm not impacted should Facebook or any other platform? Because here's the other thing. Oftentimes we think, well, I'll just go somewhere else. Well, they could change too. They're going to have the same problem. They're going to have the same decisions to make. This is not just a Facebook challenge. This is a free platform challenge. As video becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, my guess is, again, I'm peeking around the corner, my guess is you're going to see it in other places too. Okay, so get ahead of it. What does this need to look like? So one example might be, you got 30 days. So if you have a Facebook group and you put recordings out there, they're good for 30 days. Past that, they're going to be deleted unless you have some sort of final resting place for your recordings, which are often on a Google Doc, a Dropbox, or maybe inside of some sort of learning portal, which is what I use. And again, does that cost money? Yes, it does. But it's the cost of doing business. It's the cost of making it easy for your clients to find the things that you need. Stop thinking, I can't afford that right now, and start thinking, I need to make more money so that I can afford that. See the difference? Okay. Again, this is a perfect opportunity to remind you that you don't have control over here. There's no guarantee. These are free apps that we are choosing to participate in. You can only control how you respond to those changes. And it really comes down to the story that you need to tell yourself. What are you going to choose to believe? Okay. There are all sorts of myths. And I'm telling you what, it's going to just get crazier and crazier. These are some of the things that I've seen just in the last couple of days. Look at this stuff, right? Time to jump ship. Go on somewhere else. You can only do reels. Live video is dead. Facebook, right? Whatever words. Organic marketing is dead. Now we have to pay for ads. Do you see how this is it's just snowballing? But here's what I want you to look at. Go and look at those individual people who are saying that, and then go look at what they do for business. Oftentimes, they're pushing that fear button because they're trying to get you to jump ship and go over to whatever it is that they teach. So, of course, they're going to push on it a little bit more, okay? But you're smarter than that. You're smart enough to say, I'm going to do my own research. I'm going to learn what's really going on, and I'm going to make my own educated decisions. And that's true of anything. Okay, so watch the myths that are out there. Okay, this last one I wanted to just touch on. And that is sometimes we can get into this point where we say, I'm just going to wait it out. And so what I want to encourage you to do is don't let fear of the unknown stop you from moving forward. Right? You are a business owner. You are the CEO of your business. Step up and act like a CEO. You got to make choices. You got to dig into the data. You got to understand this. And I'm going to be here. I got your back. I'm always going to be honest and truthful with you, and I'll help you as best as I can. Okay. Any questions about what we're doing? Any concerns, call outs, anything? Let me go to the comments and see what you guys are saying here. Okay. Okay, so Stacy says, I'm thinking strategically here. How does this fit into Facebook's overall growth strategy? What's next? Yes, this is absolutely peeking around the corner, right? And so here's what I want to say, right? We talked about this in the beginning. You've got you've got 90 days to go back through your videos and save them. And that's just on pages and profiles, but why wait for that? Start now in your group. Do a little spring cleaning, purge the stuff that's not there, get out in front of it, because my guess is Stacy's exactly right. What is coming next? What's going to happen? Are they going to go to groups next? Or is it going to be any long form video? Is it going to go to YouTube? We don't know. So what's the best answer in that situation? You should have your videos. You should not be reliant and dependent on another third party to house your video. You need to have them. Okay. Good call out, Stacy. Okay, let's see what else you got here. Ah, man, it keeps spinning on me here. Newest. Okay. Okay, Carol says CapCut is another good one for Reels. Yes. I will call out CapCut connected to TikTok. TikTok, who knows what's going to happen there. So if you've not already started using CapCut, you might choose a different option. Just saying, okay? But there's another one that I cannot remember what it is called. I'll figure out what it is. Kim Rodriguez. I don't know if Kim is on, but Kim Rodriguez is the one that told me about it. I'll find it and I'll post it. Okay, Jackie says, what are you using, StreamYard? I used to use StreamYard. I now use Ecamm. Ecamm is an Apple product, or it only works with Apple computers. But if you, StreamYard works great. Restream is another one that works really great. Okay, Stacy says, don't put all your eggs in one basket. You can lose everything. Yep, right? You own your videos. It's your videos. You should have them. Do you need all of them? No, just the ones you need. Okay, hold on. Let me just make sure I haven't missed anything else. Okay, Christine says, what if you choose to do nothing? Okay, totally fine. Remember, most videos, the lifespan is only a couple of days, maybe a week if you're lucky. You got 30 days. So all Facebook is saying is we're going to start deleting videos that were live videos after 30 days. Let them delete them. If you're not, it's not giving you any traction. The algorithm has slowed down on those videos, so people aren't just going to organically find them. It's really going to be the videos that you specifically drive people to. So if I have a video where I'm just thinking of a video that I have where I talk about how the algorithm works. I have a video where I talk about how do you do promo post content. I send that to a lot of people. I have a video that talks about how do you do value posts in other people's groups. I send people to that all the time. I have a video that talks about what do you decide to do? Like, how do you decide what to go live on? How do you find those topics? I'm regularly sending people those links. Those are going to be videos I'm going to want to own and have on my own computer, have it in a place on my portal or on YouTube that I can send people links to so that I never have to worry about losing them. Okay. A live video that I did 7 months ago that I don't even remember what I talked about, I'm going to let Facebook just delete it. I'm just going to let them delete it. I don't need it. So you can totally choose that as an option, Christine. Absolutely, totally. Okay. Hold on. Let me see if there's any other questions. Okay. I'm not seeing any questions. This is your opportunity to ask them if you got them. Oh, nope, I don't want that. Okay. Stacy says, this is a kick in my butt. I needed it. Thanks, Jamie, and Facebook too. Yeah, right? Look at it from the positive perspective. One of the things I talked about in my group coaching program yesterday, I'll give you a little taste of it right now, is that there are, it's called levels of consciousness, but if you just think about it like this, okay? There's a dividing line, and up here is love, and up here is fear. Okay? Now, you can choose to stay in fear. A lot of people sell from fear. That's why we don't like selling. That's why the idea of sales feels icky. It's because most of the time we are experiencing sales from this stage. shaming, guilting, making people feel bad, gaslighting, pushing on their suffering, manipulation. It's all here down in here in fear. Okay? But you know what else is in fear? Desperation, complaining, negativity. All of that is still down here. You want to at least get here or above. And it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to do, especially if you've spent 52 years in my case. Well, not necessarily, but however old you are, if you like to hang out in here, if your natural tendency is to stay here. So it's a practice to change the story in your head and move up. You can control what this guy in here says. You don't need to listen to all the fear pushing that's happening, whether it's external or internal, right? And so we can look at this and we can choose to say, this is awful, Facebook, I'm freaking out, oh my gosh, and we stay here. And that just brings more yuck, negativity. You vibrate at a different level when you're hanging out in this space. When you're hanging out up here and you got a positive outlook and you stay positive and you focus on giving and helping and sharing and you tell yourself that you are going to, this is where manifestation happens. Oh, it's huge, right? So what Stacy just did is she said, this is a kick in my pants. This is what I needed. She shifted. I don't know how, she may not have even been down here. Maybe she was right here neutral. She shifted up. And that's what you got to do, right? I need to do something different. I need to do something different with my videos. I need to do something different with my business. And I'm going to go after this and I'm going to get after it because I'm not going to worry about spending this little money. I'm going to worry about, I'm going to make more money. It's easier to make money than it is to worry about, oh my gosh, what am I going to do about budgeting? So, Stacy, I'm proud of you. Okay, let's see what else we got. Okay, Kim says InShot is another one for creating videos. I don't know that one, but that's not the one I was thinking of. I'll find it. I promise I'll find it. Okay, other questions before we wrap up. Did this help you today? Do you at least now understand what's happening, why it's happening, and what you need to do, what actions you need to take? You've got choices. Like Christine said, you can choose to do nothing and say, let Facebook delete all my videos after 30 days. I don't care. Right? Or you can be proactive and you can say, okay, I know it's just pages and profiles, so it doesn't affect me yet. But if it starts to shift into groups or pre-recorded videos, then I got to start taking action. Why not take action now? Start taking action now. Okay, so everybody got what you needed today? Yes? Okay, bottom line is this. This is not necessarily a bad thing. It is definitely not cause for concern or panic or any of that, right? It's just fact-based. Take the emotion out of it. Understand why Facebook is doing it, and then what are you going to choose? That's it. It's all about future-proofing your business. These are your videos. You need to own them. And you know what? More than anything else, man, focus on growing your business. Paying for these little piddly things, they become piddly when you got plenty of money coming in. Okay? But you got to get out of this negative space and you need to be operating up here. If you need help with that, if you want some of my help with that, reach out. That's what I do. Okay? All right. Last time I'm going to check on messages, questions, and then I will, what is it? Bid you adieu? Am I saying that right? I don't even know if I'm saying right. Okay. Sophia says, yes, definitely. I love that Facebook is doing what it needs to do. It's a sign of shifts. Yes, and we can learn from this, right? We can learn from this. Angela says this was very helpful. Thanks so much. Several of you want a revenue roadmap call. Let's do it. I'll send you the link after this. This was so helpful. Yep, I understand what's happening. Awesome. Stacy says, ooh, Stacy's getting some ideas here. She says, maybe Facebook is creating a course platform. Who knows? Who knows? Okay. I don't see anything else. All right, everybody. Thanks for being here. If you have questions after this, come back, drop them in the comments. You can always message me and say, hey, what about this or what about that? That's what I'm here for. All right. Thanks for being part of my community. Thanks for being part of my world. I love y'all. See you next week. Bye, guys.